the various devices which helpful in the heart failure with pathology wise. So first one, LV assisting device that improve the cardiac output, decrease the LV left at means decrease the pressures, intracardiac pressures. Then the baroreceptor activation system, vagal nerve stimulation, and splanchnic nerve modulation. They all act on the sympathetic deactivation. They decrease or inhibit the sympathetic system, so decrease the cardiac apoptosis and prevent the cardiac remodeling. Then this all the device, transcatheter H2H repair of the mitral and tricuspid valve, CRT, ICD, and vesicular ventriculoplasty or ventricular reconstruction. These all devices are act on the cardiac remodeling, prevent the dilatation of the LV, prevent the LV hypertrophy, desynchrony or arrhythmias. Cardiac contractility modulation, they act on the myocyte loss and the weakness. Now, apart from all the therapies we have discussed, how much therapy is useful at NYHA? According to NYHA class 2 or 3 and according to recent FDA approval, we have approved therapy CRT. CRT is indicated for case NYHA 2 to 3 patient, EF less than 35 with LVBP. CRT is indicated is the class 1 and class 2A indication. Then it is reasonable class 2 indication for valvular heart disease with NYHA 2 to 3, 2 to 4 symptoms and EF 20 to 50%. Transcatheter H2H repair. Uncertain usefulness is it is not yet FDA approved. The neuromodulation, cardiac contractility modulation, then remote modeling for arrhythmias, and vesicular ventriculoplasty or LV reconstruction. Now, transcatheter H2H repair of mitral valve. Here we are talking here about the secondary mitral valve regurgitation. There was a breakthrough trial or the COAPT trial for the patient with secondary MR, heart failure and secondary MR, assessment of the MitraClip device. The COAPT trial was the open label randomized and 640 patients was included, which have moderate to severe or the severe secondary MR, EF 20 to 50%, NYHA functional class 2 to 4, and this was MitraClip was given. This therapy was done after maximally tolerated medical therapy and CRT if appropriate. So MitraClip reduced the heart failure hospitalization at 24 months by 47%, lowered the all-cause mortality and improved quality of life with improved 6-minute walk distance. This COAPT trial led to approval of the MitraClip in 2019 in US FDA for secondary.
active comparator to trial માં બીજું કઈ MitraClip ની against
sir, that was a different trial. બીજું હતું but they have done different trial. At presently they have studied only MitraClip device.
આ trial માં ખાલી MitraClip.
Yes, this trial only MitraClip. Here we can see with the normal mitral valve there is a papillary muscle chorda which tends to prevent the mitral tends to prevent mitral bulging and the MR. But with dilated LV, the LV distortion occurs and this leads to tensed chorda tendineae and leads to tearing of the mitral valve. All over there is a malcoaptation of both leaflets leads to secondary mitral regurgitation. MitraClip device, here we go through the IVC with IVS intra-arterial. We are doing the septal puncture. After doing septal puncture, the both leaflet, the A2 and P2, anterior second leaflet of means second part of the second segment of the anterior and posterior, both leaflets are adjoining and it is clipped together. So leads to two different orifice in the mitral valve and prevent any central jet which are occurring due to heart dilation and the poor coagulation of the mitral valve. The second therapy is the reflex activation therapy. The reflex activation therapy that stimulates the basic mechanism stimulated baroreceptor by electrical impulse, and all over this stimulation of the baroreceptor leads to decrease in the sympathetic activity and increase in the parasympathetic outflow. The Hope for heart failure, Barostim Hope for heart failure study. They have studied the Barostim Neo, which was the baroreflex activation therapy device, and it was randomized phase 2 trial. Phase 3 trial is still undergoing. The phase 2 trial has 146 patients with NYHA class 3 heart failure and EF less than 35. Now, Barostim Neo system resulted in greater improvements in NYHA functional class. Minnesota quality of life score is improved, and the 6-minute walk distance was also improved at 6 months. Now, what they have majorly studied is freedom from major adverse neurological and cardiovascular events was 97.2%. Now, this study is still the phase 2 trial. So phase 3 study is undergoing, and this device is still US means recently just last year they have given approval for US FDA for trial purpose, but still it is not widely used. This is the phase 3 trial. Beat HF. EF less than it has two phases, the expedited and extended. The patient and total patient was 408 with NYHA 223 with EF less than 35. At the 6-month patient with device improvement in the quality of life and improvement in the 6-minute walk distance. On the basis of result of expedited phase of Beat HF trial, FDA approved Barostim Neo in 2019 for improvement of the symptom in heart failure with NYHA class 3 only. The second phase, extended phase, is still underway. Here is the mechanism. Baroreflex stimulation leads to increase in the vagal tone, decrease in the sympathetic tone. The vagal nerve stimulation leads to decrease in the heart rate and all over prevent the cardiac remodeling, and decrease in the sympathetic tone leads to decrease in the blood pressure and the improve quality of life, improve exercise.
Baseline pulse rate reduced to how did they judge the sympathetic tone also?
Actually, sir, they have studied pro BNP level. They haven't gone for baseline heart rate level.
Ultimately, my mind is the sympathetic activation reduced. How did they judge क्या sympathetic activation ओछो? On which criteria means?
Sir, at presently they have decreased on the basis of the blood pressure and that, but they have given the hypothesis of that baroreceptor activation decrease the sympathetic, but they haven't studied the basic heart rate. They have not included in the analysis basal heart rate. Yes, but they have.
OEH.
Yes, they have not included in the final analysis and outcome.
OEH. તમે results નો
Sir, results માં છે.
ના તો analysis for heart rate નો analysis હોય ન હોય જ baroreceptor ને તમે stimulate કરતા હોય ને heart rate ઉપર result કે concluding remark ના હોય એવું ના હોય.
Actually, target means
ટાર્ગેટ તમારો NYHA ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ છે એ અલગ વસ્તુ થઈ પણ સર જે પૂછે છે હોય જ હોય જ.
There is significant decrease, but I don't know specific value, but yes, there was significant decrease in heart rate, but they haven't included that in the primary.
baroreceptor stimulate કરવાથી sympathetic tone વધે કે parasympathetic વધે?
Sir, baroreceptor stimulate કરવાથી that decrease the sympathetic tone.
It increases the parasympathetic activity. Vagal nerve stimulation ની વાત છે.
So there is another device for vagal nerve stimulation.
આ અલગ છે. baroreceptor normal physiology માં ક્યારે એક્ટિવેટ થાય?
If you have sudden increase in the blood pressure that leads to decrease in the heart rate, improve sympathetic tone. The vagal nerve stimulation, the excessive activity activation of the sympathetic nervous system has and decreased parasympathetic nervous system actively. It is the adaptive mechanism. Here also, the ANTHEM-HF, autonomic neural regulation therapy to enhance myocardial function. It is only 60 patients was studied with this device, and NYHF functional class 2 to 3 symptoms, EF less than 40, and L diastolic diameter LVDT between 50 to 80 mm was randomized for left versus right cervical cybernetics VNS system implantation. Now, in this study, there was noted significant improvement in the EF, improvement in the LV diameter, improvement in the NYHF functional class, and the 6-minute walk distance with improvement in quality of life score. Only one device-related serious adverse event out of 60 patients was noted at 6 months. The other side effect, which was with more frequency, had mild dysphonia, cough, and the oropharyngeal pain. Innovate HF increased wiggle tone in heart failure. Here, they have studied the different device, biocontrol cardiofluid system versus the medical therapy with NYHA class 3 symptoms, EF less than 40%, and LV diastolic diameter 50 to 80 mm. Here also there was increase in the NYHA class 6-minute walk distance and the as per Kansas City cardiomyopathy questionnaire score at 12 months. But there was no improvement in the mortality. The another trial was NECTAR-HF. Here also there was significant improvement in the symptoms, but there was no significant difference in the mortality or hospitalization. The another one is the Splanchnick nerve modulation. Same principle as the vagal nerve modulation. This was studied in it was phase 1 or phase 2 trial is only going with this patient, and they have studied the peak oxygen consumption and the peak exercise wage capacity. So they have peak oxygen consumption improved with this device and reduction in the peak exercise wedge pressure.
SNB ભૂલથી લખવાનું છે SNB.
Sorry, Splanchnick nerve modulation.
SNB.
Sorry, the B. So, for heart failure, hypothesis for Splanchnick nerve block, it was treatment in the acute heart failure. That Splanchnick nerve has means Splanchnick circulation has the more blood reserve, and there is a more volume in the Splanchnick system. So, while Splanchnick nerve block leads to volume redistribution and leads to decongestion in the patient, it decreases the sympathetic tone, decreases the Splanchnick vascular tone, and increases the vascular compliance. This was the hypothesis behind this device.
5 વર્ષ પછી ભરાઈ સિસ્ટરી આવશે ઇસોફેલિયા.
Sir, actually, these all devices are under.
My point is,
yes.
the moment you decrease the ultimately vascular congestion down, they die can. It is reflected at the end when esophagus. 5 વર્ષ પછી esophagus ભરાઈ જતો છે.
Now the cardiac contractility modulation. The cardiac contractility modulation CCM therapy has optimal device. They give continuous electric signals specifically during the refractory period. So this stimulation doesn't give you new heartbeat or new QRS complex. They are giving it the refractory period of the right ventricle. This leads to structural and the functional changes in the myocardium, including the molecular changes, enhanced contractility, and decreased LV volume. The fixed HF5C, the evaluate safety and efficacy of optimizer symptom. It was a randomized trial of 160 patients with NYHA class 3 to 4 symptoms with EF 25 to 45% and QRS less than 130. Compared with medical therapy, patient with cardiac contractility modulation less decline in the peak oxygen consumption improved quality of life, improved NYHA class, and 6-minute walk distance at 12 and 24 weeks. Here also there is a few composite event of the cardiac death or hospitalization at 24 weeks. But yes, this all study was primarily done to study the any device related side effect. So 80% of the patient remain free of device related any adverse effect. The cardiac contractile modulation here, the implantable pulse generator was implanted with leads in the RA, RV, RV septal and RV apical. So here this lead doesn't give any QRS complex or doesn't generate any pulse, but yes, they are giving stimulation for the refractory period, so leads to remodulation and improving the all over cardiac contractility. The other structural intervention can be done is interatrial shunt device for the patient with extreme diastolic dysfunction and the patient with increased LA pressure over increased LA pressure. We can do the interatrial shunt device that increase the overall quality of life and exercise capacity and heart failure related outcome at the expense of oxygenation. Now, the vesicular ventriculoplasty implant the series of anchors. Basically, we are doing in this image. Yes. Basically, we are doing the device. We are implanting the device around the LV circumference. So that leads to decrease in total LV cavity volume, LV and diastolic volume, and improve all over LV contractility and LV compliance. Here also, here is a clip device which leads to compression of the scar or the clipping of the scar or the aneurysmal myocardium in the LV. It also reduce the total LV cavity volume and improve all over left ventricular compliance. Now the mechanical circulatory support. Sir, આનું કન્ટિન્યુ કરો કે પછી આનું
આના કન્ટિન્યુ કરો 15 મિનિટ ચાલે પતી જશે.
Done. Now, the mechanical circulatory support. This system may be for the short term or the long term. Now, the patient with structural heart ache, we are just trying to reduce the risk factor. Stage B, structural heart disease, no symptoms. If there is no symptoms, we are going to do AC, ARB, beta blockers in the patient. But structural heart with stage C, previous or current system, AC, beta blocker with all the guideline directed medical therapy with CRT, mitral valve surgery, and after doing all these guideline directed medical therapy and inotropic support, when patient has stage D refractory symptoms, at that stage these LV assisting or the mechanical circulation systems are indicated in the selected patients. The clinical criteria for LV assisting device is the unacceptable symptoms despite of maximum medical therapy, peak O2 consumption less than 14 ml per kg per minute or less than 50% of age gender predicted on treatment, recurrent pulmonary edema within 6 months, more than 2 admission for pulmonary edema, weight loss due to cardiac cachexia, recurrent ventricular arrhythmias as well as need of the defibrillation, and progressive cardiorenal syndrome and hypernatremia. Here, there are some other symptoms: extensive refractory hypotension, refractory pulmonary hypertension, RV dysfunction, unresponsiveness to CRT, and continuous need of the inotropes. There are the another signals which need to consider mechanical circulation system. As per the intermax stage, class 7 to 5, not indication of any circulation or LV assisting device. For class 5, we are long-term ventricular assisting device is indicated. For class 3 and 2, the patient who need to any who is in list of the cardiac transplantation or who has short term need of this LV assisting device, stable or dependent, short term ventricular assist device is planned, but class 1 who has likely to life expectancy less than 1 year, no ventricular assisting device is indicated. The three terminology for the mechanical circulatory support. The first one is the bridge to decision with short term device. So patient who is posted for the cardiac transplantation, who still awaiting the donor, or the patient who is posted for cardiac transplantation awaiting the decision by the relatives or any other comorbidities. Then bridge to transplant. Till transplant, if the patient has multiple comorbidities, first. Second, if the patient has different means awaiting the donor, for those patients, bridge to transplant therapy is indicated. And in some patients who have life expectancy very short, or in some patients who are not likely to get any donor, or who has multiple other comorbidities, in that patient the destination therapy is also indicated. These are the 7 Intermax profile, patient profile. The stage 1 is critical cardiogenic shock, crash and burn, then the second is the progressive decline. The stage 3 is stable but inodrop dependent. Stage 4 is recurrent advanced heart failure. The stage 4 patient require repeated hospitalization. Stage 3 patient is bedridden and at home or in hospital, inodrop dependent. Stage 2 has not improving with the inodrop also. So with maximum inodrop, with maximum all the treatment, patient is not improving in worsening. The stage 1 is patient with all the support is in the cardiogenic shock. Now the current trends at presently, we have devices for the short term as well as long term. Short term devices can only be used in the hospital setting for the temporary support, bridging to decision, transplant or explant or long term destination therapy. There is a different flow support of Impella, and it is also associated, it can be used along with the ECMO. Ventricular assisting device. The major goal for this device is to shunt the blood away from the failing ventricle. So they decrease the ventricular preload and the afterload both. The bridge to transplantation typically refer to the transplant but ill to survive until the transplantation. The second is destination therapy does not qualify or doesn't desire the transplantation. The basic feature of the ventricular assisting device is there is one pump device which is internally situated in the body. The wearable or portable control system which is outside the body, and the power source which is also outside the body. Now, the short-term device for mechanical circulation, the first one is the tandem heart, then Impella Recover, then Impella Recover 2.0, Impella, actually we will go into detail what is the difference in Impella, then HeartMate and the ECMO. Now, the potential benefits for this mechanical circulatory support is with IABP tends to decrease the afterload, and here the LV assisting device tends to decrease afterload, preload both, pressure along with the volume also. Then ECMO, we can say ECMO leads to, it's a kind of the parallel heart, more towards the LV assisting device, but ECMO is in the parallel, in this series in the heart. LV assisting device in the they attach in the parallel circuit, ECMO attach in the series of the heart. The impeller, here we are doing with the video. Now we insert the impeller percutaneously through the aorta, through the LV. Here the device itself inject or the take the blood from the LV and release in the aorta. So this leads to decrease in the total LV volume and decrease in the total LV pressure. So overall decrease the pump activity of the heart. This device is also indicated for any high risk, just like IMA, for the high risk angioplasty or during any surgical procedure, this device is indicated. Now, second one is the ECMO. ECMO could be the veno-arterial ECMO with central line insertion, veno-arterial with the peripheral line, and the veno-venous ECMO with the single cannula. So here, for veno-arterial ECMO, we can see here we are using the femoral artery along with the RA. Its second cannula is in the RA. We are taking the blood from RA and inserting the femoral artery. Then veno-arterial ECMO with the peripheral. Here we are taking the femoral artery and femoral vein. We are taking the blood from the femoral vein and inserted in the femoral artery. Then veno-venous ECMO. In this, there is a single cannula for both arterial and venous, means oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood. The long-term mechanical support device is HeartMate 2. It was the first device. HeartMate 1, then HeartMate 2, then HVAD and SynCardia TAPS. This is the most recent and it is called total artificial heart also. Ventricular assisting device. The pulsatile technology. Here is the motor which is generating the pulse, or the motor which generates the blood flow has the pulsatile technology. Means there is no continuous flow. The chamber which fills with blood, then it is pumping outwards. That was the first generation. The second generation is continuous flow technology with axial design. Here there is a motor in tube. So it takes the blood but gives the continuous, there is no pulsatile nature in this. It gives the continuous rotor mechanism which continuously flowing blood or continuously pumping blood. The third one is the combination of the both. Here is one centrifugal chamber and it is the continuous flow but the design is centrifugal. This is the cylindrical design or we can say axial design. This is the centrifugal design. Now, what is the benefit? What is the gradual improvement and benefit? Here, the exposure to the exogenous substance was more. Second, there is a mechanical disruption of the RBC was more. Here, there is a complete magnetic levitation of the motor or the rotor. The rotor wasn't attached to anything. So, it was magnetic levitation leads to less disruption of the RBC and improving the blood flow profile. The last one is the also magnetic levitation of the water, but here the pumping capacity is greatly increased with chamber and the centrifugal design. The history of the destination therapy here in 2001, the long-term use of the left ventricular assist device, which was the REMATCH trial, it was the breakthrough trial, and it was studying the HeartMate 2 device. In the non-transplant candidate with EF less than 25 and peak volume, peak O2 consumption less than 12 ml per kg per minute, or on continuous inotropic fusion. After that, we can see here with LV assisting device there is 23% improving the survival at 24 months. So 23% patient was was survived with LV assisting against the 8% patient with medical therapy. After this trial, rematch trial in 2001, FDA approved the HeartMate 1 as a destination therapy. Then HeartMate 2 system, it was a surgically implanted continuous flow device. FDA approved this device for both bridge to transplant and the destination therapy. It was actually this HeartMate 2 device is more advanced with the HeartMate 1 device. Battery life is 10 to 12 hours and intracorporeal placement requires the cardiac surgery with sternotomy and opening right and left abdomen for external drive. HeartMate 2 destination therapy results. Yes, the comparison of the HeartMate 1 and the 2. HeartMate 1 weight was almost 1 kg, 2 has weight of 280 grams, and the volume of machine is 450 grams, along with the HeartMate 2 is 63 grams. There is a silent mechanism. So there was a common complaint with the HeartMate 1. This device is getting, it is so much noises with this device, but with the HeartMate 2, that device is completely magnetic levitation was there rotor, so it is silent. The maximum flow is 10 liter per minute, and the clinical durability is more than 5 years. This is the basic mechanism, basic difference between the pulsatile flow LV assisting device. Here there is a central chamber, and when this chamber fills, it was injected further with this pulsatile flow, this motor. But here there is a continuous flow of blood, and the magnetic movement of this rotor leads to continuous forward flow of the blood.
Are we using any of the LV assist device?
Sorry?
આપણી હોસ્પિટલમાં આપણે એક પણ LV assist device implant કરીએ છીએ. વડોદરામાં કોઈ કરે છે?
વડોદરામાં તો સર નથી કરતા.
અમદાવાદમાં?
હા, બસ.
કોણ અને કયું?
સિમ્સમાં થાય છે. સિમ્સમાં થાય છે. યુએન મહેતામાં they have tried, means they have made the committee for this transplantation and the device therapy, but at presently till now they haven't done. Recently they have done cardiac transplantation, but not device. Impella is just about to come in India. Actually Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, they are doing Impella, but it is not in the periphery, means the cost is too much for it.
આપણા ઇન્ડિયાના રિયલ વર્લ્ડ ડેટામાં LV assist device પર પેશન્ટને કેટલો લાંબો સુધી રાખેલા છે? 6 મહિના 12 મહિના લેવલ
ઇકમો છે, ઇકમોના ડેટા છે, બટ ઇમ્પેલાની એ બધા પર વેરી લેસ.
શરૂ થઈ ગયું વિડિયો છે
બસ આ એક વિડિયો છે સર, પછી એક બે સ્લાઇડ છે. This is the HeartMate 3 most recent device. Here HeartMate 3 is implanted at the cardiac apex with both centrifugal kind of motor.
bypass કર્યું છે?
Sir, yes, sir, this should be implanted with a sternotomy. Actually, sir,
આથી એપેક્સમાંથી બ્લડ લઈને અવર્ટામાં નાખે છે
Yes.
ઓપરેશન.
this device is telling, they are telling this is the most successful therapy for heart failure, means kind of for refractory heart failure, and quality of life and durability of device.
તો આ ડિવાઇસથી તમારું જે ટોટલ LV એન્ડ ડાયાસ્ટોલિક વોલ્યુમ હોય એમાંથી કેટલા પર્સન્ટેજ આ ડિવાઇસ નાખે ને કેટલા
They are giving the 10 liters per minute flow.
10 liters per minute through the device.
Yes.
Through device.
Yes.
આ તો કેટલું થયું?
Exactly.
તમારો
So
કાર્ડિયાક આઉટપુટ નોર્મલ કરતા ડબલ કરી
yes, yes. So they are telling the with thick device you have improved exercise capacity. Means device is increasing flow with increasing, means it is like pacemaker. Pacemaker is the rate responsive હોય. So while you are doing activity, this device will increase the heart flow.
હા એને કેવી રીતે સિગ્નલ?
That detail is not available. actually USA ના means જે લાસ્ટ જે કોન્ફરન્સ ને આ ડિવાઇસ નું જે માર્કેટિંગ કર્યું, they are telling that will improve twice or thrice than the normal cardiac output.
So I guess they must be having sensors of LV filling pressure and heart rate ને બધા એના ઉપરથી કરતું હશે કદાચ.
Most likely.
Good.
Now the total artificial heart, it was approved in June 26, 2014 for those patients who risk immediate death from non-reversible biventricular failure. The total heart was removed and completely replaced with the artificial heart. Requires INR 223 and cannot pump effectively with heart rate more than 140 and systolic blood pressure more than 150. Now, summary and conclusion. All the conclusion is we can do so much more in the heart failure patient if needed.